All right, we're going to start out in a comfortable cross-legged position. The hands can rest comfortably in the lap, with the right hand on top of the left, and the eyes can gently close. And we'll start out by bringing our attention to our posture. The spine is straight. The shoulders are relaxed and away from the ears. And notice if there are any areas in your face where you're holding tension, maybe behind the eyes or in the jaw. And if you find any areas with tension, try to let that tension go. And then we can turn our awareness to the breath. For the next few breaths, notice the sensations you experience as you inhale and as you exhale. You can allow the eyes to gently open. We can take our right hand and place it to the outside of the right hip and allow the left hand to reach towards the sky. And we'll take a side bend towards the right. And we can place the left hand to the outside of the left hip. Right hand reaches towards the sky. And we find a side bend towards the left. We might take the hands and gently walk them in front of us until we feel a nice stretch in the back, only going as far as feels good for you. And you can let the head hang heavy here. As we return upright, we can take the hands, place them behind us with the fingers facing forwards, and open the heart and the chest towards the sky. And then when you're ready, we can come into a tabletop position. The shoulders are directly above the wrists. The hips are directly above the knees. And here we can start to take some cat and cow positions. Arching the back, and then letting the belly fall towards the ground. Arching the back, and letting the belly fall. And you might start to synchronize these movements with your breath. You breathe in, and as you breathe out, you might then start to make some circles with your hips, starting in one direction, and then making circles in the other direction. And then as we return to a neutral position, we might tuck the toes and let the hips gently rise towards the sky for our downward facing dog. And in our downward facing dog, there can be a slight bend to the knees if that's comfortable. And then we might start to pedal out. And then when you're ready, we can slowly walk the feet up to meet the hands at the top of the mat, where we find ourselves in a forward fold. You might clasp onto the elbows for a ragdoll. Again, there can be a nice bend in the knees if that feels good for you. Letting the head hang heavy. And then we can slowly slinky roll up to a standing position. The hands reach for the sky, and then we'll bring the hands to heart center. And as we let the hands fall to the sides, we'll take a mountain pose here, Tadasana. So the feet are just about hips distance apart. The tailbone is slightly tucked, and the spine is straight. And we might even close our eyes for just a moment. And just scan your body and notice any sensations that you're experiencing in your body right now. And when you're ready, we can inhale the arms to the sky. Exhale into a forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift, so our back is nice and flat. Exhale, forward fold. And we'll do another one just like that, another sun salutation. Inhale, arms to rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms to rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. One more just like that. Inhale, arms to rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms to rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. So now we're going to take the feet, bring them back to the back of the mat, and come back into our downward facing dog. The right leg can lift, and we'll find our warrior one on the right side. The back heel is down, the hands lift towards the sky, and that right knee is above the right ankle. Breathing into this posture. One more breath. And we'll return the hands to the mat. The right foot meets the left at the back of the mat. Hips lift, downward facing dog. This time the left leg lifts. We'll place the left foot between the front hands and rise up into our warrior one on the left. Feeling the strength in both of our legs to support us in this posture, opening the heart and chest towards the sky. One more breath here. Hands plant, left foot meets the right, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. We'll find our runner's lunge on the right hand side. Fingers can be tented on either side of the front right foot. And we might start to slowly shift our weight forwards and backwards. Noticing any sensations you're feeling as you make these small movements. We'll return to our neutral position here. Left hand meets the mat or a block. Right hand floats towards the sky. From here, we can spin up into our warrior two. Right knee is above the right ankle. Left foot and left leg are nice and strong to support us. Arms are level. Shoulders are above the waist. Taking one more breath here. Letting it go. And then we'll reverse for just a breath. Hands can return back down to the mat. Right foot meets the left, downward facing dog. Now the left leg reaches up, and we find our runner's lunge on the left hand side. Once again, hands can be alongside that front foot. Tented fingers, And we'll start to shift our weight forwards and backwards. Return to a neutral position. Right hand can come down to the mat or a block. Left hand reaches towards the sky for a twist. When you're ready, we can spin up into our warrior two. Arms are level, front knees above the front ankle. Long right leg. One more breath here in our warrior two. We'll reverse for just a breath. Hands find the mat. Left foot meets the right. Downward facing dog. For one more standing sequence, the right foot lifts towards the sky, and we find our low lunge on the right-hand side. In our low lunge, the hands can either be towards the sky, or they can rest comfortably on your thigh, or they can come down towards the side. To help with balance, you might pick a spot a few feet in front of you and keep your gaze on that spot. One more breath here. And then the hands will find the mat and we'll come into our half split. Folding over that front leg. There can be a slight bend to the knee if that's more comfortable. Breathing into those areas where you need it most. And then we'll shift forwards and come back into our three-legged dog on the right-hand side. Maybe opening up the hip. Return the right foot to the mat. And now we find our low lunge on the left-hand side. Once again, hands can either be towards the sky or resting on that front thigh or alongside the body. Using the breath to help ground us and keep us stable. Using a point of focus that will help with your balance. One more breath here. And then we'll find our halfway split on the left side. Once again, there can be a bend in the knee if that's more comfortable. Visualizing that that breath is going to all of the areas where you might need it most as you breathe in and breathe out. And then we can swing that left leg around, hips lift, open up the left hip for a three-legged dog. And then for a restorative posture, we're going to come into our child's pose, sinking the hips backwards, allowing the head to come down to the mat, or you can stack your fists underneath your head if that's more comfortable for you. When you're ready, we can return to our tabletop posture. And we're going to take a tabletop twist by lifting the right hand towards the sky and threading it underneath our left arm. The head can come down to the mat, and that front arm can either support us by coming straight or staying bent, or if it's comfortable for you, you could wrap it around your back. We'll return to our tabletop, and this time we'll take a tabletop twist towards the other side. We'll return back to our tabletop posture, and now we can walk the hands forward into a puppy dog, or sometimes called inchworm posture. Placing the chin or the forehead down on the mat. We'll return back up and come into a seated posture. We'll bring the feet together in front of us. And we can either stay upright here, or if it's comfortable, you can bend over those front feet. Taking a nice deep breath in, and then letting it go. And then we'll return upright, and we can straighten the right leg in front of us, and we'll take a side bend over that straight right leg. Maybe with each breath you find you can twist just a little bit more so that your torso is closer to facing the sky. And then we'll take that left hand and place it behind our left hip. Hips rise as we find our fallen star posture. We'll return the hips to the mat, and we'll take a forward fold over that right leg. There can be a slight bend to the knee if that's more comfortable, only going as far as feels good for you. And we'll return upright. And this time we'll take a side bend to the other side. Once again, coordinating your breaths with your movements, sending the breath to those areas where you feel you need it most. And then we can place the right hand to the side of the right hip. Hips rise, and we find our fallen star. As the hips come back down, we'll take a forward fold over that leg. Again, there can be a bend in the knee if that's more comfortable. Remembering to breathe here. We'll return upright, and this time we'll take a double-legged forward fold. Again, only going as far as feels good for you. There can be a slight bend to the knee, hinging at the hips, letting the head hang. And then as we return upright, we can lie back down on our back, place the hands under the bottom, and the feet lift towards the sky. We can hug the knees into the chest and rock back and forth to give ourselves a little bit of a massage in the lower back. And then we'll keep that right knee hugged in. We can lengthen our left leg, and we can send that knee across the body as we bring the right hand out towards our side. And we can even send our gaze away from that knee as well. Return to center. This time we'll hug the left knee into the chest. Send that knee across the body as the left hand comes out and our gaze can turn left as well. And then when you're ready, we can come into our final pose of Shavasana. And I invite you to spend the next few minutes lying quietly, being fully present in this moment, noticing any sensations you might be feeling, using all of your senses to take in your surroundings. when you're ready, you might start to bring some small movements back into your fingers and toes. You might move your head from side to side. And then keeping the eyes closed, you can roll over onto one side. Then we can gently push ourselves up to a seated posture. And as we bring our hands to heart center for just a moment, we may cultivate gratitude towards ourselves for spending this time practicing. And we might set an intention for how we can carry these benefits to ourselves and to others for the remainder of this day. And having set that intention, we can slowly open the eyes, and our practice is over. Thank you.